Story. It's what connects us and makes us who we are. Many of you know a little bit about Christ Community Church, but you may not know the whole story about us and Leesburg Open Arms. It's a story of God's provision and restoration, and one that I think you should know. First, we were the church. Back in 2006, we held our first Sunday worship services, beginning in a local elementary school with over 100 people in attendance. But the church recognized the need for Christian education and childcare in the Leesburg community and opened the school as a ministry a few years later. We made a few bold moves, first to a park outdoors, and then to the building we're in today. But here comes the hard part of the story. Due to many unforeseen and tough circumstances, like financial problems and losing our pastor, our church ceased operations in 2013, while the school that it had founded forged ahead. Our school remained open and self-governed, but God took care of Leesburg Open Arms and the many staff and families here. The school remained thriving and was even voted #1 in the Best of Loudoun Childcare category for many years. 5 years after the church closed its doors, God gave us a new beginning by calling a pastor to restart a church on site. That would be me. I was called and installed. I had just bought a home in Baltimore and didn't necessarily want to come, but that's a story for a different day. We held our first new worship service in the fall of 2019. We celebrate this anniversary every year at our New Beginning Sunday with a visit from the ice cream truck. At some point during all of these years together, the Open Arms childcare franchise shut down. Yes, we were part of a franchise system, but then it closed and left a lot of childcare centers across the country, including us, high and dry. We once again pulled through and have been happy since on our own. We all know the impact of 2020. I'm not even going to bother discussing that. But then in November of 2022, Morgan was installed as our new school director. At this point, the church and school began actively growing closer together, wanting to achieve true unity in Christ after all the tough events of the past. We are a beautiful redemption story. Through the church closing and reopening, leadership changes, multiple moves, 2020, and even the childcare franchise closing on us, our church and school are still flourishing and growing together. We are who we are because of what God has done for us, and because of our amazing parents, our staff, and our congregation members, and the children who fill this place with growth, joy, and friendship every day. God is present in our story, yesterday, today, and forever.